Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm just hopping on to share a project that I made using Eileen Hall's new scoreboard die, which makes a full-size notebook. So this now gives us the choice to make journals, books, junk journals from various types of fabric, because it's a big die, which means it can chomp its way through leather and mount board, mat board, canvas, denim, you name it, it will chomp through it. I mean, I suppose there is a limit at some point, but you know, book covers, fantastic. So I decided I wanted to create a vintage looking floral kind of notebook for actually making notes in. So I wanted lots of space inside to be able to write and make notes. I cut the outside out of mat board and glued it all together, and then I used paper napkin technique. Actually, that could be another way, couldn't it? And I've decoupaged it onto the full cover. I've run gauze and lace across the spine to finish decorating that on the outside, and I've added a little of the Sizzix luster wax in gold around the edge just on the front, but I absolutely love that wax and it smells divine. So on the inside, I think I've used old papers mainly from Artie May's Etsy shop, along with lots of stamps from Eileen that she did a collaboration with Maker Forte earlier this year, and there are some fabulous stamps, so I'll be shouting those out on the way through. I've added lots of papers that have been tea dyed and the leftover from other projects. It is a true junk journal, just made up of bits and pieces I've got lying around. So inside the cover we have a little pocket, and I actually did a blog post on this on its own, because it was a project on its own for making small things ready for going into the journal. So we've got things stamped out and cut out, like the library cards, the button cards, and as you can see on the back of the button card, that's another one of Eileen's stamps, which is the damask background, and it's beautiful. It's a vintage damask and it's absolutely stunning. There are, and there's another button card with no buttons on because I didn't want to add too much dimension, and there are some little tickets popped into the pocket as well. And the number stamps, which you'll see dotted throughout, they're also from Eileen's collection, and a new little addiction of mine, which are these washi stamps. So they're popped in every other page, I think. So popping through, we have a little bookmark at the top here, which where's that from? We'll find out shortly, but there's the other side of the little bookmark. And we have a little ticket that's been encapsulated into a tea bag and just stitched around the edge, and the obligatory washi stamp. So we've got several pages, not quite blank, and we've got some vintage ephemera. I think it's all French ephemera again from Artie May's. I'll pop a link on. So we'll flick through there. Do we have anything on that one? Oh, it's stuck. Oh no, it's the back of that one. Ignore me. There's a lovely little floral, and a little pocket here that we can pop something into, like a little mini envelope maybe. Could go and live in there. And then that's actually made from the new doily, as was the little bookmark. If you snip into the doily, two little sections will give you the perfect size for an ornate corner. One little section will just do a fold over and just add a little more interest to the page, dimensional but not taking up too much space. Again, I've added a few stamps here and there from Eileen's collections, tickets that have been cut out, lots of ephemera that's been printed out. There's the doily in full, so you can now see what it looks like, and it's absolutely stunning. Cut it in half, you've got a different shaped pocket, 4 corners from that. You could do book corners, you could do pockets from them. We have another little pocket here with the tags and ephemera and the button card at the back. You can take those out and pop whatever into there. We have the obligatory stamp and tickets are added in, and this is just cheap paper from printer paper. These are some printouts from Artie Mazes. I've already got a pattern on them of a doily, and it just made me think about Eileen's doily and how well it all ties together. And again, these are just some of the cheap papers. In fact, it could have been packing paper from something that was delivered. Again, Eileen's stamp cut out and a washi stamp alongside. We've got lots of music paper, graph paper in here, bits and pieces, and the signatures are all hand sewn together, and I like to sew probably, I think there's 5 signatures in this one, either do 5 or 6, and I sew them all together onto a piece of tea stained scrap paper and then onto a piece of calico, and the calico I then glue into the book. So I'll adhere that piece of calico in the book before I cover the insides of the cover, so you can see a little bit poking out there. I've left all the scraggy ends because I thought it actually added to the charm, and you can see here where the signatures have been sewn onto the piece of the tea stained paper at the back. Some more little pockets, raggy edges, more washi, of course, now that I'm addicted. An old piece, I don't know if it was Kay and Company, we all had a giant set, didn't we, from back in the day on one of the shopping channels, and we're all still using it. So tea dye it, change the colour and turn it vintage. These are printed from Artie Maze again, along with some more ephemera and envelopes and things just tucked in there for interest. I love anything French. French cheese, French wine, French bread. French countryside is stunning, and I'm addicted to all things French at the moment, as you can tell. Huge Chateau fan. Absolutely adore Stephanie and everyone else, and yeah, very addicted to watching those programmes during lockdown, and they've kept me sane. So here we have another little tuck spot using a section of the doily, and we're getting towards the back now, so lots of places to add into, or to write notes, or to create in, to add mixed media, lots of bits and pieces. Yeah, I had great fun doing this, and the actual die for making the cover makes it so much easier to do, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful size, and you can cut through leather, you can actually cut through balsa wood and maybe mount it onto the mat board. You know, it's endless. The choice is endless, but all I will say is have fun, do your own thing, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for dropping by. Bye.